Um, Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Arifinkidz. So today we will have one very interesting session. So before telling the topic, many of you must be animal lovers, right? Many of you must be loving animals. So the topic for today's discussion is regarding that only. So we'll be speaking a lot, we'll be discussing a lot regarding the animals and what are the different types of animals and all. So welcome you all again and let's begin. And before I start, let me tell you one important thing. Children, coming Sunday is a very special day for all kids, right? You know what is that? What is on that day? So you have that is a day where you can show your love and gratitude towards your mother. So it's the Mother's Day, right? So I request everyone, whoever is there, so all of you, please send a picture of yourself and with your mother to personal window of Shilpa ma'am, and the number is 9090816110. I'm repeating the number again. So 9090816110. So you can post your photograph with your mama and send it to ma'am's personal window. Okay? Okay. So let's begin now with one interesting session. I'm sharing my screen. Let's talk about animals today. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Okay. Yes. So this is our chapter 3, animals of your Olympiad syllabus. So grade 1 Olympiad syllabus. Okay. Now let us just begin this topic with the thing is that we see different animals around us, right? मतलब हमारे चारों तरफ हम बहुत सारे जानवरों को देखते हैं, राइट? एंड उनको हम तरह तरह से कैटेगराइज कर सकते हैं. वी कैन डिवाइड देम इनटू डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स डिपेंडिंग अपॉन अ पर्टिकुलर फैक्टर. बहुत सारे एनिमल्स हैं, राइट? तो उनको हम आज कैटेगराइज करेंगे. वी विल सेपरेट ऑल ऑफ देम depending upon one particular factor. So we'll talk about different kinds of animals around us. So the first category is regarding the size of the animals. उनके size के हिसाब से हम उनको divide करेंगे. So as you can see in this picture also, some animals are very big in size. मतलब size में बहुत ही बड़े होते हैं ना. जैसे कि आपका elephant है, camel है, देन आपका ब्लू व्हेल है, राइट? सो आपका जो एलिफेंट है, हाथी, और कैमल जो ऊंट हम उसको बोलते हैं ना, आपको पता होगा ना कैमल्स कहाँ पे मिलती हैं ज्यादातर. दे आर फाउंड इन द डेजर्ट, राइट? And the elephants, they are found in the forest. And the blue whale, it is a mammal basically, though it lives inside water. It is not a fish, it's a mammal. And all of them are categorized into one group. We can put them into one group that they are big in size. So according to the size, we can divide the animals into 3 groups. One is big in size, or the big sized animals. Then we will talk about small animals which are smaller in size, and very small animals. Okay? So ये आपके जो animals हैं, ये size में बहुत बड़े होते हैं, तो उनको हमने एक ग्रुप में डाला है. तो ये हमारे बिग साइज का जो साइज है हमारा फैक्टर यहाँ पे. डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द साइज वी आर कैटेगराइजिंग देम, और वी कैन से वी आर ग्रुपिंग देम as big animals. So these are the pictures of big animals: elephant, camel, and the blue whale. Okay. Then we have the next group here. Both of the groups have been shown here. So the first one is the small animals. So if you compare, these are the animals that you can see around you, like common animals. So like cat and dog, then rabbit, right? So these are smaller in size in comparison to a camel or a elephant. So these animals are small in size. So this is another category. एंड अनदर ग्रुप वी हैव दैट इज वेरी स्मॉल, बहुत ही छोटे होते हैं, साइज में थोड़ा सा छोटे होते हैं। जैसे कि अगर आप एक छोटा सा मतलब चूहा, माउस, राइट, और हमारा एंट है, चींटी, और उसके अलावा भी बहुत सारे एनिमल्स हैं। कोई भी एग्जाम्पल आप इमेजिन कीजिए, जैसे कि बहुत ही छोटे होते हैं साइज में, हमारे एंड्स हैं, बहुत तरह के इंसेक्ट्स हैं, स्पाइडर्स हैं, so they are very small in size also. And then we can talk about like rats, small rats. Then we have like caterpillar. So these are very small in size, बहुत ही छोटे होते हैं, right? So हमारा size के हिसाब से animals को हम 3 groups में divide करते हैं. One group is the animals which are big in size, like elephant and the blue whale. Another group, the animals which are small in size, like cat and dog, and very small animals like mouse and ant. Okay, so this is one category. So we have grouped the animals according to the size. आकार के हिसाब से हमने उनको divide किया है. Now we have another category of like grouping the animals. What is that? Where do they live? कहाँ पे वो रहते हैं? So as you can see, some animals you can find them on land. वो land में ही रहते हैं. जैसे कि आपका एग्जाम्पल है बेर, भालू, lion, सिंह है जो, then we have tiger, then we have like a lot of animals that live on land, like we can consider like horse, we can consider like buffaloes, all of them they live on land. Okay, so this is one group. Then we can categorize the animals into another group, those who live in water, like fish. Fish is a very common animal that can only live in water. Octopus, right? And along with that we have seal. So we have other animals also, those who live in water. So this is another group. And then we have another group now, the animals which can live both on land and in water. Both on land and in water. So frogs belong to that category. We also have other animals like those who can live both on land and water. And we have a name for it. They are known as amphibians. Means the animals which can live both on land and in water. So we have frog as an example, मेंढक, और हमारे salamanders होते हैं जो भी मतलब they can live both on land and water. And we also have another group like newts. Okay, NEWTS. These are just examples. Okay, so we can divide the animals around us into 3 groups again, depending upon the place in which they live. Some animals live on land like bear and lion. You can see the pictures, children. Then we can have like some animals living in water like fish, octopus, right? So all of these, shark, okay? You must be knowing a lot of names, those who live in water. So those are the animals that live in water. Then we have some animals which can live both on land and in water, right? So like frogs, salamanders and newt. So basically we call them as amphibians. So this is our second category. So the first category was what, children? Depending upon the size, as big, small, very small, and depending upon the place where they live, land, water, and both land and water. These are just grouping of the animals around us. Okay. Yes. Now we have like another group where we can group the animals as wild and domestic. Okay. So wild animals वो होते हैं जो जंगल में रहते हैं. Right? They live in the nature in the forest. Those are known as the wild animals. Examples आप देख सकते हैं, यहाँ पे एक टाइगर का पिक्चर है और एक हिप्पोपोटामस है. तो हिप्पोपोटामस बहुत ही साइज में बड़ा होता है और इसको हम जल हस्ती बोलते हैं. आई एम नॉट श्योर, वेरी श्योर, बट इट इज नोन एज जल हस्ती इट इन हिंदी, व्हाट आई थिंक सो. सो टाइगर एंड हिप्पोपोटामस, जिराफ, then lion, okay, then bear also. These animals, they live in forest, right? So these are known as wild animals. So the animals which live in the forest are known as wild animals. Then we have another category. What is the other one? Domestic animals. So what are domestic animals then? The animals which are helpful to us in many ways and can live with us. Okay. So some animals, they are useful to us in many ways and they can stay with us. We call them as domestic animals. Now, domestic animals can be categorized into 2 groups. One is the farm animals and the other one is the pet animals. right? So you can see some examples of farm animals like cow, horse, those who live in the farm. So the animals which live in the farm, children, they are useful to us in many ways. How they are useful? They give us many products. For example, like the cow gives us milk, right? And then we have like what we can talk about, like buffalo also, they also give us milk. And like birds also, poultry birds, they also live in the farm, like they give us eggs, then meat. So in this way we can like keep the animals in the farm. Okay, they are domestic but they are kept in a farm because they are useful to us in many ways, so they are known as the farm animals. And the animals, those domestic animals which can be like kept as a pet as at home, those who can be kept as pet in our with us actually. So they are known as the pet animals, like cat, dog. So these are the very common pets that we find. Like many animal lovers, they keep these animals at their home, they take care of them, right? So they are known as the pet animals. Okay, so basically, like the animals were we can categorize them depending upon like which are useful to us and where we can, whether they can stay with us, as two groups, like wild animals and the domestic animals. So wild animals, as I've shown here, the animals that those who live in the forest, they are known as wild. And the animals which can live with us and they can be tamed and they are useful to us in many ways, they are known as domestic. And domestic can be further categorized into two groups. One is the farm animals and the other one is the pet animals. Okay. So this is the category. Let us just move ahead now. Okay, so this was like different kinds of animals depending upon their size, depending upon where do they live, and also depending upon like how they're useful to us, whether they live in the forest, whether they can stay with us. So we can divide them into different groups, right? The next thing that we will discuss is regarding the animals and their babies. Right, you all must have seen the cute babies of different animals, right? They are very like cute and they look so lovely. So we have some of the names here, children. So we don't need to learn all of them. You can just have a look to get an idea. Like what are the name? What are the babies' names actually? So we have a particular animal, for example, dog, and the small dog or the baby of a dog is known as puppy. A puppy will grow into a dog only, isn't it? When it is small, it is known as a puppy. Okay. Similarly, the baby of a pig is known as piglet. The baby of a cat is known as kitten. And the baby of a horse is known as a foal. Foal. The baby of a duck is known as duckling. So you must have seen small ducklings moving with their mothers, na? Right? So aren't they cute? So the babies are known as ducklings. Then we have like a baby cow is known as a calf. And then we have like the baby of a deer, that is known as fawn, Fawn. And the baby of a lion is known as the cub, lion cub, because we also call some of the animals as cub, the babies as cub. For example, tiger also, we called it as a tiger cub. Okay. So for that reason, we specify that whether it is a cub of that particular animal or not. सो लायन कब, लायन के जो छोटे से बच्चे को हम लायन कब बोलते हैं, वैसे ही टाइगर को हम टाइगर कब बोलते हैं. And turkey is a bird, so it is known as poult. And then we have the baby of a sheep is known as a lamb. And the baby of a kangaroo is known as joey. So something we need to remember, children, because this will be like asked in our exams. Like the baby of a kangaroo is known as zoe, and foal, the baby of a horse is known as foal. The baby of like a cow is known as a calf. So some of the common thing that we need to remember. Even the bear babies are known as the cubs also. So it is also mentioned here, bear cub. Okay. And the baby of a donkey is also known as the foal. Along like I have just mentioned, the baby of a horse is known as a foal as well. So the baby of a donkey is also known as the foal. And the baby of a swan is known as cygnet. And the baby of a chicken is known as a chick. So we have to remember some of the names that are coming in our exams to get an idea, like the names of the animals' babies. So this is a picture about the names of the baby animals. Okay. Now let us move ahead, children. Okay. As we are discussing about animals today, we need to understand regarding the sounds of some common animals, right? You must be aware of like sometimes we make a mimicking like a cat is not there, but we like tell meow meow and we tell why we tell it like meow meow because it is the sound produced by a cat. Okay, so these are some common examples that you should know. Like what is the sound produced by a cow? It is known as moo. Okay, okay, it is known as moo. And the sound of a tiger is known as growl, Growl. And the sound of a bird is known as tweet, 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 right? Sound of a dog is known as bark. When a dog is like bark, a dog is producing sound, we call it as a dog. Dog is barking. The cat is mewing. So that is meow meow. So we called it as that. So that is the sound produced by the cat. And the horse sound is known as neigh. Okay, Neigh, neigh. So and bee buzz. We call it as a buzz. And then we have a chick, and it is known as the chirp. Okay. And then we have a duck, and the sound produced known as quack quack. Donald Duck, you must have heard, no? Right? So, like these are some of the common sounds of some common animals that also we need to understand a little bit. So, these are some of the examples. Okay, now let us try to understand like what are the groups of the animals known as. This is just a group I have shown you. You don't have to remember all of them, but some of them definitely. Okay, for example, like if you have, this is actually, I don't know whether you have an idea of the noun. Okay, noun is the name of a place, animal, thing, right? So, and we have one category of nouns known as collective nouns. So, this is basically the collection of the animals, right? And we have a specific name for it. For example, like if you have a like 5, 6 chicks together, we call them as a clutch of chicks. Okay, we call them as a clutch of chicks. Then again, if you have like hens in a group, we call them as a brood or a flock of hens. Even the birds are there also, we call them as a flock of birds. That also is correct. Then if the geese means it is a like a type of swan, we call them as goose. The plural is the geese. So when they are in the group, we call them as a gaggle of geese. Okay. And if you can see the white swan, so it is known as a bank of swans. This also you don't need to remember all of them. You need to have an idea. Like for example, the common animals like a herd of cows and a flock of sheep. And when you have a lions in a group, we call them as a pride of lions. Okay. And if the wolves are there, we call them as a pack of wolves. And a skulk of foxes, a litter of kittens. Now, if you have a bunch of kittens all together, we can call them that it is a litter of kittens. A troop of monkeys. Now, monkeys, they jump and move everywhere when they're in a bunch. So, they are known as a troop of monkeys. And a caravan of camels. And a congregation of alligators. So, alligators are basically like the group, like they are like crocodiles. जो crocodiles को हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं घड़ियाल, right? So a congregation of alligators. A baron of mule. So the mules, if they are in the group, they are known as the baron of mules. Okay. A colony of ants. बहुत सारी चींटियां, जब आप कोई मीठा रखते हो तो चींटियां क्या करते हैं, अटैक करते हैं उसके ऊपर ना. सो बहुत सारी चींटियों को हम क्या बोल सकते हैं? अ कॉलोनी ऑफ एंट्स. अ स्वार्म ऑफ बीज. बहुत अभी हमने ये बी का साउंड पढ़ा जो जिसको हम कहते हैं बजिंग, BUZZ, राइट? तो बीज का एक कलेक्शन को भी हम एक नाम देते हैं, that is known as a swarm of bees. And then we have a colony of frogs, children. So like frogs, if they are in the group, we call them as a colony of frogs. Then a group of fish, it is known as a shoal of fish. A shoal of fish, okay? And if the dolphins are in the group, dolphins live in water, right? They are not fishes, they are mammals, okay? And a school of dolphins. So we call them as the school of dolphins. So these basically we need to learn a little bit like common animals, like what are the groups known as. So you don't have to remember much. Like we'll be going through the questions. Some questions will be like regarding the names of the groups of the animals. Okay. 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 Now, after that, we need to understand like some, see, animals can be of different types. We call like some of them are birds, some of them are amphibians, some of them are what we can say, those who live in water, like some are insects, some are fishes. Then we call them as birds. We have different category for the animals as well. So we are not going to learn all of them in detail, but we have to have a brush up of everything. We need to learn a little bit of everything. Okay. So now we will try to understand like a little bit of features of a particular group of animals, like three of them only. First one is the insects. So we have an animal group known as a very large group, I guess. The maximum number of animals that we can find is the insects only. Maximum number is there, children. So they are six-legged insects, basically. The group is the insects. And insects, mostly they have 6 legs and they are very small. For example, like ant, I have given you as a very small animal in the first slide, right? So we have the insects as a group of 6-legged small animals. Okay. Like we have mosquitoes, we have beetle, we have butterfly, we have ant, we have dragonfly, right? So ये सारे हमारे insects होते हैं और they have 6 legs and house fly is also an insect जो मक्खी होती है and they are very small in size. This is one group. Then we have the next group as the fish, right? So this fish also they live in water. And the specialty is that they have fins and tail to swim. Now, fishes are not going to come out of the water. They live in water, right? Inside the water. So, how will they move inside water? They will move by swimming. They will go from one place to another in water by swimming. So, fishes have fins and tails to swim. So, fishes have fins and tail to swim in water. So, fish is another group of animals where they live in water and they use their fins and tail to swim. So here you can see two pictures over here, children. Like one is your goldfish and the other one is your shark, right? So goldfish is a very common fish. You can see it in aquarium as well. We keep it in the aquarium. And shark is very big in size. It is a carnivore and it lives in water. Okay. So we'll talk about it. So this is another group. Okay. Then we have another big group known as birds, जो पक्षी होता है, birds, चिड़िया. Okay. And when we like think about birds, what comes in our mind? Ki they have feathers and wings to fly. They can fly in air, right? Because the birds are the only group of animals they can fly in air. A lion cannot fly in air, isn't it? Like for example, a rabbit cannot fly in air, isn't it? So birds are those group of animals, those who have wings and feathers to fly. Okay. So wings and feathers are the specialty of the feathers specifically or specialty of the bird's children. Wings, insects can have wings. Some of the insects can fly, right? Some of the insects can also fly. For example, the picture that I've shown you earlier, children. So in this, butterfly is an insect, beetle is an insect, and mosquito is an insect. But ant is also an insect. But out of them, ant cannot fly, basically. And the beetle also cannot fly much. So, but mosquitoes, grasshopper, butterfly, they can fly. Okay. So feathers are specific to birds only. So they have wings and feathers to birds have wings and feathers to fly. And these examples you can see like crow and parrot in the first picture. This is one category. And the other category is what? We have some birds like ostrich, penguin, and kiwi. So ostrich, penguin, and kiwi. I'm sorry, children, like some announcement is like passing on the streets. Okay. Yes, we'll talk about like the birds. Some of the birds like they can fly. They have feathers and wings. So examples are crow, parrot, pigeon, Then we have other birds like what we can say, those are very fast flyers actually, swift. Okay, so crow, parrot, pigeon, all these are the birds that can fly. So we have another category of birds, children, as you can see on the right hand side, ostrich, penguin, and kiwi. So these are the birds, those who cannot fly. So we can categorize the birds into two. First of all, I said the birds have wings and feathers to fly. But in that also, we have some birds which can fly. They have wings and feathers, as in the case of crow and parrot, and they can fly in the air. But ostrich, penguin, and kiwi, so the pictures you can see over here, children, these birds, they live on land. They cannot fly in the air. Ostrich is very big in size. They cannot fly in air. Penguins also, they're found in the cold places. They do not fly as well. And kiwi, they do not have any wings that are developed enough that can help them to fly. Okay, तो ये जो पक्षियां हैं जैसे कि हमारे ऑस्ट्रिच, पेंगुइन एंड क्यूवी, ये लोग उड़ नहीं सकते हैं. Okay, yes. The next thing is we have to classify the animals depending upon their food habits. Now, as I said in the beginning that we are only going to talk about animals today. So first we have categorized the different kinds of animals. And then we have also learned about their sounds and their baby's name. Now, what are the groups names known as, right? And then we spoke about certain groups of animals like insects, birds, and fish. Now let us talk about we will be grouping the animals based on their food habits. Food habits मतलब वो क्या खाते हैं, वो क्या खाते हैं उसी के हिसाब से हम उनको 3 ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड करते हैं बच्चों. आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पे एक ग्रीन का सर्कल है, रेड का सर्कल है, हाँ कि नहीं. सो जो हमारा ग्रीन का सर्कल है, दे आर कॉल्ड एज हर्बीवोर्स and they only eat plants. They only eat plants like leaves, twigs, branches. So they only consume the plant or plant parts like fruits, flowers, roots. So they eat only those things. So they are known as herbivores. And the other circle that is in the red, those are known as carnivores. So these are the animals that eat flesh of other animals, or they eat the meat of other animals. Okay, so they are known as flesh eaters because they eat the flesh of other animals. And herbivores are those who eat plants only. So they are known as plant eaters. So herbivores are known as plant eaters. And carnivores are known as flesh eaters. This is 2 groups, and we can have another group as well. The group which eat both plant and flesh. Right? So they eat both plants and the flesh. So we'll take some examples so that you can understand. So the animals, those who eat both plant and the flesh, they are known as omnivores. Actually, omni means both. Okay. So they are known as omnivores. We have some examples on my screen, as you can see here, children. So the examples are we have a rabbit, we have giraffe, what I can see. I hope it is visible to you as well. We have a sheep, we have a goat, we have a cow, and we have an elephant, right? So all these are herbivores. And if you talk about carnivores here, we have like lion, we have tiger, then we have a fox, we have an insect. A spider is a carnivore, children, because it insects only, small insects. Okay. And then we have I think it is like an eagle. So eagles are also carnivores, children, though they are birds, but still they are carnivores. Okay. And then we have like a picture of a shark. So sharks are also carnivores, children, and they live in water. Okay. So basically, depending upon what food the animals are eating, we can categorize them into 3 groups. One is herbivores, then we have carnivores, and then we have omnivores. So you can mark one thing, children. Herbivores are they are shown in green, and this carnivores is shown in red. So because omnivores eat both plants and animals, so they are put in the middle. Omnivores eat plants and animals. We have bear here, we have a fox, then we have a sparrow, then we have human beings. All human beings are also omnivores because we eat both plants and animals, right? Even if we are vegetarians, children, but still we eat like milk, we drink milk, we use ghee and butter, isn't it? So we are vegetarians, but we also use all these things. So these things are obtained from whom? From animals only, isn't it? So all human beings are basically omnivores by food habit. So this is the group like plant eaters, flesh eaters, and both plant and flesh eaters. Or we can say herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. So these are the three categories, children. Then we have like animals that give birth. This is another category. So we will like divide the animals into two groups depending upon how do they reproduce. Reproduce means how do they produce young ones. You all must be knowing, right? All living things, they produce young ones, isn't it? The animals produce young ones, human beings produce young ones, plants even produce young ones, right? So if you talk about animals, children, animals also produce young ones by two methods. One is by giving birth and the other one is by laying eggs. So you can see the picture of like a cat with its kittens and a dog with its puppies, right? Aren't they cute, children, right? So what they're doing, they're sucking milk from their mother. They are mammals. Okay. So these animals like a cow, a dog, a lion, a tiger, a bear. So all of them are mammals, children, and they give birth to produce the young ones. So वो birth देते हैं. Okay. So what is the other category, children? Animals that lay eggs. Okay. So this is also one way of production of animals. So we can divide the animals like into another group. The animals, those who lay eggs. Now, when I talk about eggs, what will be coming in your mind? आप क्या सोच रहे होंगे? अगर मैं eggs के बारे में आपको बताऊं, तो आप क्या सोचोगे? कि birds ही सोचोगे, क्योंकि पक्षियां अंडा देती हैं, हाँ कि नहीं? Yes. So, are the birds the only animals that lay eggs? No. We have a lot of animals that lay eggs. For example, turtles lay eggs. Then we have frog, which is an amphibian. They also lay eggs in water. And then we have crocodile. They also lay eggs. Snakes. सांप जो होता है वो भी अंडा ही देता है, right? So this group of animals, they lay eggs in order to produce the young ones. So babies produce करने के लिए. So these animals lay eggs. And the previous one was these animals, they give birth to produce the young ones. Let's move ahead now. Okay. Now let us divide the animals into another way depending upon the homes of animals. What is this homes of animals? So we have some animals, those who live in natural homes. We have some animals, those who live in the homes made by them only. So the homes are made by them only. And then we have another group which are man-made homes. That means these homes are made by human beings. For whom? For animals only. So human beings will make homes and these animals will live there. So depending upon their homes, children, we can divide the animals into three groups. Some animals, those who live in the natural homes. Example क्या होगा आप सोचो? Den. हमारा जो den होता है, कौन den में रहता है? गुफा में कौन रहता है? जैसे कि हमारा lion, फिर हमारा tiger, फिर हमारा गुफा में हमारा bear रहता है. So ये सारे जो homes हैं, जो घर हैं, इनका natural है. वो already है, ये लोग वहां पे रह रहे हैं. Animals रह रहे हैं. So what we can say, these animals, they live in the natural homes. Then we have some animals, those who live in the homes made by them. तो इसमें हमारा क्या आएगा बच्चों? याद करो. इसमें हमारा क्या आएगा? Like we have like bees. The bees make a beehive, na? Like depending upon that only. So they live there. So bees make the beehive and live there. So a spider क्या करता है? अपने लिए एक जाल बुनता है, तभी जाके उसी जाल में रहता है, right? So that home is made by the animal only, isn't it? So the second category is homes made by animals. और हमारा स्पाइडर है जो कि वेब बनाता है. फिर हमारा है और एग्जाम्पल्स लाइक रैबिट हैं. रैबिट्स भी खरगोश होते हैं, वो कहाँ पे रहते हैं? वो बरोज में रहते हैं. बरोज मतलब जमीन के नीचे को हम अगर खोदेंगे, so you will have a place to live. So rabbits, they live in burrows. So ये जो examples हैं, ये क्या हुआ कि कुछ animals कहाँ पे रहते हैं? उन घरों में जो वो खुद बनाए हैं. So beehive is made by a bee and like a web is made by a spider, and then we have burrows made by rabbit. So this is another category. Then we have another category, children, man-made homes. So these homes are made by the human beings and the animals live in there. So just imagine what will be the example. Like in the farm, like dogs lives in kennel. Kennel is the home that is made by human beings. The home in which the dogs live, they are known as, that is known as kennel. Then we have some more examples. I like horses, they live in stable, stable. That is known as stable. And then cows, they live in the shed, shed. Right, so these homes are made by human beings or people, and but in these homes the animals live. So depending upon their homes, excuse me. So depending upon the homes, the animals can be categorized. The animals can be categorized into like 3 groups. Animals, those who live in their natural home, like a den or a cave of a lion or a bear. Then we have the homes made by animals as well, like beehive, spider web, burrow. And then we have another group, the man-made homes, like stables, like shed, like kennel. So the dogs live in kennels. So accordingly, we can also divide them. Okay, just have a look, children, into the pictures. Animals and their homes. A bear lives in a cave. A dog lives in a kennel. A bee lives in a beehive. A cow lives in a shed. A rabbit lives in a burrow. And the lion lives in a den. We need to remember some of them as they will be coming in your exams, children. So a hen also lives in a coop. C-O-O-P, that is coop. So because these are farm animals, no? Like hen is a farm animal, horse is a farm animal. So these homes are made by the human beings, right? So, or man-made, we call them as man-made. So these are some of the examples and pictures. Okay. This is the end of this slide, children. So I hope you all have understood this part. Okay. So now let us discuss some of the questions regarding the animals, children. So I'm sharing the screen. Okay. So before starting the question, I hope it is visible. I will enlarge it also, children. Now, do we need to have a recap? I'll just tell in short. We have learnt about animals depending upon different things. We have categorized them. First is according to the size. We have big, very small and small. Depending upon the place where they live, we have those who live in land, on land, those who live in water, those who live both in land and in water. Right, then we will tell that some animals, they live in the the forest, they're known as wild animals. Then we have domestic group of animals where we have 2 groups, like farm animals and the pet animals, right? And then we have learned about the sounds produced by animals, then the homes in where they live, and the names of their babies, and the collection of the collection of animals as the different names. Okay. And then we have categorized them further as like those which have different food habits. Some eat plants, some eat flesh, some eat both. Right. So that is another group. And then also we have further categorized like those who give birth and those who lay eggs. Okay. And then we have had a little bit of discussion regarding the insects and birds and the what? Fish. Okay. This was all about that. So let us discuss the questions, my dear students. Okay. Yes. So first one, I have some questions for you. Okay. So first one, Ria made 4 groups of animals that eat plants only, but in one of the groups, she mistakenly placed one animal that eats both plants and animals. Identify this group and select the correct option. So Ria has made certain groups, children. So like, and the groups are as such ki, like one group that eat plants, okay? And but in one of the groups, she has wrongly placed an animal that eat both plants and animals. So let us have a look, okay? So she has categorized regarding what? Those who eat plants only. The first one, giraffe, elephant and horse all eat plants only. So this is not the wrong group. B is rabbit, sheep and goat. So all these are again herbivores, plant eaters. So they also belong to one group. Then we have zebra, yak and buffalo. So these are also the plant eaters, herbivores. And option D, we have bear, cow and deer. Now this is the wrong option that she, wrong group, sorry, that she has made because she has put a bear, which भालू जो है हमारा, वो हमारा omnivore होता है, right? So that eats both the products from plants and animals. So ये हमारा wrong group है. And that is the question that is asked here, children. So this is the answer to this question. I'm highlighting it. Okay, so bear, cow and deer. So this is the answer for question number 1. Okay. Moving to question 2, unscramble the given letters to find the names of animal homes and then select the correct match of the animal and its home. So what we have to do, we have some words here, some pictures are given, and along with that we have some words which are not in the proper order, or we call them as scrambled words. They don't have any meaning. So what we need to do first, we need to unscramble them and then check which is the correct one and which is the wrong one. Okay. So which is the correct one that we have to choose. That means one will be correct and the others will be wrong, isn't it? So let us try to find out. So number A option, you can see like a house fly. It is written B-E-W. So if we unscramble it, that will be web. So web has no connection with the house fly, na? Because spiders, they live in the webs, right? Spider webs. So that is a wrong one, right? Going to the option B. So you have a horse picture and it is written D-H-E-S. So if you like unscramble it, it will be shed. So horses, they don't live in shed. Instead, we call them as stable. So that is also incorrect. Okay. So then we have a cow and it is written F-T-A-B-L-S. So if we unscramble it, if you put it in proper correct order, that will be stable. That is also wrong because horses live in stables. Okay. And cows, they live in shed. So that is also not correct. So now option D, you have a picture of a cock and that is known as coop. If you unscramble it, it will be C-O-O-P. So in this question, we have to select the correct one. So the answer will be, children, option D. So this is the correct option. So let us move ahead to question number 3 now, students. So we have some beautiful pictures over here. As you can see, we have select the suitable heading for group X and group Y. In the group X, children, what you can see? The picture of an eagle. Sorry, a picture of a, yes, eagle. It is a vulture actually. And then we have an owl. And on the group Y, we have ostrich and penguin. So if you think about all of them, what comes in your mind, first of all? Like ostriches and penguins, they cannot fly. They are known as flightless birds, isn't it? So we have to select a proper heading for the group X and group Y. So what can be the correct option? The options are given here. Flying birds as X, flightless birds as Y. So this is correct because owl can fly, vulture can also fly, right? Second one is winged birds, wingless birds. So this is absolutely incorrect. Both of them have wings. Then we have the next group, flightless birds and flying birds. This is just the reverse of group option A. So which is not correct as well because group X can fly basically. Then we have wingless birds and winged birds. So this is also not correct one. So the answer will be, children, option A. So answer option A is the correct one. As the group A, group X is having eagle. And then we have an owl. Both of them can fly. And group Y is the group that have birds pictures which cannot fly. So answer will be 3A. Going to question number 4. SEMA classified animals. Classified means to group them, right? You need to put them in a particular group. So SEMA classified animals in 4 groups on the basis of place where they live, but made a mistake. So select the group in which she classified animals incorrectly. So she has classified the animals depending upon the place where they are living, but one of them is wrong. So we have to find out that wrong grouping. First one, fish, dolphin and whale. I think this option is the correct one, as all of them, they live in water only. Okay, so all of them live in water, so that is correct. Then we have octopus, rabbit, and wolf. Now this is a wrong option, isn't it? Because octopus lives in water and rabbit and wolf lives on land. Let us still see the other two options, C and D. So frog, hippopotamus, and crocodile. Frogs can live on land. Hippopotamus can also live on land. Crocodile also live on land. Though they live near water, but they can live on land. So this is also correct. Then we have deer, tiger, and zebra. Now all of them are also land animals, children. So also they live on land. So the wrong option or the classification where one of the animals has been put incorrectly will be 4B. So octopus, rabbit, and wolf, because octopus lives in water and rabbit and wolf lives on land. So answer will be B. Going to question 5, children. Select the option that correctly completes the given table. So we have a table here with the animal and its baby, isn't it? So we have to find out now what is the baby of that animal known as. Okay, so monkey, it is already given infant. The baby of a monkey is known as infant. We have to find out what is the baby of the frog, and then a baby name has been given, and that we have to find out that the name of the baby belongs to which animal, which is Y. Are you getting me? So in first one, we have to choose X, that is the baby of a frog. So you all know baby of a frog is known as what? Tadpole, right? So answer will be X is tadpole. And in option second one, the kid is the baby of a goat. Okay, I have just explained in my PPT. Like the kid is the baby of a goat. So we got the answer already. But let us have a look into other options as well. So the first one is the answer actually for this question. So tadpole and the goat. Second answer is also incorrect. The baby of a frog is not known as a fry. First of all, it is wrong. Okay. And then we have sheep here. So that is also wrong. Then we have tadpole and rabbit. The rabbit's baby is not known as a kid. Okay. And then we have a foal and the deer. That is also incorrect. So the correct answer will be tadpole and the goat. So this is the correct option for this question. Okay. Now let us move to the next question, children. Question number 6. Raju encircled the odd member in the following 4 animal groups based on the feeding habit, but made one mistake. So find out the group in which he encircled incorrect member. That means he has put here also a categorization is made on animals. Now, what is the basis of the categorization? What is the basis of this grouping? That depending upon the feeding habit, what do they eat? So in this grouping, one of them is placed incorrectly. So what is that group? Let us try to find out. 6A is pig, tiger, and bear. So in this group, actually, pig is an omnivore, children. Tiger is a carnivore, bear is an omnivore. So most probably this is the correct, this is the answer here. Let us also look into option B, rat, rabbit, and elephant. Option B is all of them are plant eaters, so it is correct. Option C is crocodile, snake, and cow. So in this case also, the snake is a carnivore and the crocodile is also a carnivore basically, and cow is a herbivore. So this is also an incorrect one. Then we have giraffe, wolf, and zebra. Okay, sorry. Then we have to find out the group which is correct one, because A, C, D all are incorrect, children. Because giraffe is a herbivore, plant eater, zebra is a plant eater, wolf is a carnivore. Okay. Then we have 6C, crocodile, snake, and cow. Crocodile and snake are carnivores. Cow is a herbivore. Then in option A, pig, bear, and tiger. So here also we have 2 members like we have like 2 omnivores and 1 carnivore in between. Okay, so let us try to find out. So the correct one will be, I'm so sorry, rat, rabbit, and elephant. Rat is an omnivore, children. Rabbit is a herbivore and elephant is also an herbivore. So in all the groups, actually, one of them has been the incorrect one. Okay, so rat, elephant and rabbit and elephant are herbivores and rat is an omnivore. Similarly, in option A, pig and bear are omnivores and tiger is a carnivore. Here in this case also, crocodile and snakes are carnivores and cow is a herbivore. Then we have two herbivores, giraffe and the zebra, and the wolf is a carnivore. So I think the question is a little bit not okay. So let us move ahead, children. So because in all the groups, we have a combined thing of everything. In the first group, we have omnivores and carnivores. In the second group, we have omnivores and herbivores. In the third group, we have like carnivores and herbivore. And in the fourth group also, we have carnivores and herbivores. So let us skip this question. I'll try to figure it out. There's some mistake is there. So let us skip and go to the next one. Okay, question number 7 now, children. Select the option which correctly fills the blank in the given riddle. So you have a query here. I eat green grass and I look like horse. Okay. I have black and white stripes all over. I kick very hard and you can't tame me. My baby is known as what? So what will be the answer, children? What will be the answer here? I eat green grass and I look like horse. So cub is not the answer. Zoe is the what? Zoe is the baby of a kangaroo. Okay. And foal is the baby of a what? Horse, right? And calf is the baby of a cow. Okay. So I eat green grass and I look like horse. Okay. And I have black and white stripes all over. And I kick very hard and you can't tame me. Okay. So what is my baby known as? My baby is known as what? It cannot be Zoe. It cannot be calf. It cannot be cow. So the baby is known as the foal. Okay. So here the baby will be the foal. Because like we have learnt now, the horse baby is known as a foal as well. So the answer will be foal here because it's like a horse with black and white stripes. And it is not a thing that we can tame them. Okay. And we cannot tame them. So my baby is known as the foal. So the answer will be foal here, children. Zoe is the baby of a kangaroo. So answer will be foal here. And cub is not the correct one and calf is not the correct one. Okay. So this answer is the foal. Moving to the next question. Unscramble the given letter groups to get the name of home of an animal that has 6 legs, can fly and give us honey. So if it is the 6 legs, then that means it is an insect, right? And then it can fly as well and it gives us honey. So the hint gives us already the answer. It tells us the answer already. So we have to find the home of that particular animal. So as you know that honey is produced by the honeybees. And where do the honeybees live, children? In the beehive, right? So 8D is the correct answer. If you unscramble it, it will be beehive. B-E-E-H-I-V-E. So that is beehive. So this is the answer here. Okay. Moving to question 9 now. Select the correct statement out of the following. We should feed our pet animals properly. Is it correct? Yes. A crow eats both grains and dead animals. Is it correct? Yes, because crow is a bird and it is an omnivore. It eats both plants and animal products. Okay. So that crow is an omnivore, children. Then we should grow more and more plants. That is also correct. So all of the statements are correct. So what will be the correct answer then? The correct answer will be 9D. So this is the correct answer, my dear children. Going to question number 10 now. Okay. Select the correct match of the animal and the number of letters in its home name. So what is the, like the letter of the, what is the home of a horse known as? It is stable. So does the stable has 3 words? No. That is S-T-A-B-L-E, right? Lion. So the place where the lions live, what do you call it as? The lions, the place, den. So that is not a 5 letters. This is also wrong. Then we have a bee. So bee also lives in beehive. B-E-E-H-I-V-E. Okay, so this is also incorrect. So we have to select the correct one. So the other one is the eagle. And where do the eagles live? The place the eagles live is known as, just a minute, children, 1 second. So basically, we can say that they live, though they make the nest. And so we have to select the correct one. So the number of letters of the home name. So lion is the not a 5-letter one. B is not the 4-letter one because it's a, yes, bee hive. So HIVE, right? So it is a 4-letter word, sorry. So I said bee hive. So bee lives in the bee hive. So hive is the home actually. So the correct answer here will be the 10 answer number C. So this is the correct option, children. Okay. So this is the correct option here. Then moving to question number 11 now. So here we have to select the incorrect statement out of the following. Okay, select the incorrect statement out of the following. Animals which we keep in our homes as companions are called as pet animals. So is it correct? Yes, because we keep them at our homes. They are our pet animals, right? Animals which we keep in the farms to get useful things and other help are called domestic animals. That is also correct, right? Number C, animals found in the forest called flesh-eating animals. Now, this is wrong. Why? Because in the forest, we don't have only animals, those who eat flesh. We also have animals, those who eat plants. For example, like we have a deer, we have like giraffe, right? We have many animals, those who, elephant. So, all of them eat plants only, right? So, we have all of them together. Okay, so all are wild in nature. So all animals that are found in the forest are not flesh-eating animals. So this is the incorrect statement. Let us look into the fourth one also. Animals like tiger and bear are called wild animals. That is also correct. So that is correct. So the incorrect one here is 11C, children. So this is the incorrect one. Okay, so this is the incorrect one. Okay. Yes. So study the given flowchart and select the option that correctly identifies animals P and Q. Correctly identifies animals P and Q. Okay. So let us have a look. So first one, egg-laying animal. Yes. So this is a flowchart, children. It tells us like how it is going. So we are given a hint, and accordingly we have to find the answer out. So egg-laying animal, it is yes. So that is known as P. And animal with 4 legs, yes, and it is Q. So we have to find out P and Q here. So let us read all the options. First of all, what is given? So egg-laying animals, yes, it is P. So out of all the animals named here, which one of them lay eggs? Bat lay eggs? No, because bat is a mammal, they give birth. Hen lays eggs? Yes. So C option also, hen lays eggs, right? So B and C will be the option because A and D has P in bat as in P. So that is not correct, right? And Q is what? Animals with 4 legs. Now let us have a look now. Now, does a frog has legs? Yes, it has. It has 4 legs. Does a fish has legs? No, not at all, because fish has fins to swim. Okay. And then we have frog. Yes, it has legs. So which one will be the correct option, children? So the answer will be answer number C. Right. So hen is the animal that lays eggs, and the animal with 4 legs is your frog. Okay. So let us have a look into the next question. So select the bird that is odd one out of among the following. So which one is odd one out? So let us try to find out. First one is penguin. Second one is a duck. Third one, number C, is your ostrich. And then we have kiwi. Isn't it? So which is the odd one out? Which is the odd one out among here, children? Which is the odd one out? Can a penguin fly? No. Can a ostrich fly? No. Can a kiwi fly? No. So 3 of them cannot fly. Can a duck fly? Yes. Though it does not fly a lot of time in the air, but it can fly, right? So duck is the odd one out in this question. So answer will be 13B. Okay? Yes. 14 question now. Baby of a lion is known as cub, and the baby of a lion is known as a cub. The babies of which two other animals are also known as cub? This we have discussed in the PPT, right? Bear and elephant? No. And horse and wolf? Horse and wolf? No. Horse and elephant? No. The baby of a horse is known as a foal, right? And bear and hyena. Okay. So I think the answer will be like, so the bear is known as a cub, and elephant baby is not known as a cub. So what I guess, the answer is bear and hyena. Okay. So this one is the answer for this question. So answer will be 14C. Okay. And children, if you want to have a look into like this many questions, so please visit the test app of Arifinkidz and have a look. Okay, so this was the session for the chapter 3 animals. Go through the questions and get an idea regarding the content part and practice more questions. So thank you all for joining here today. And again, a reminder for sending photos to Silpa ma'am regarding the Mother's Day. Okay, so bye all then. Happy evening and good night. See you in another session. Thank you, everyone.